Hi guys, my name is Ankit and welcome to my channel e-learning platform. In this session, we will learn about how we can enable and disable the next button in Articulate 360. Reason for disable the next button, guys, assume we have some important informations to user. We want user have to read all the informations on that slide. So we have to disable the next button until the user can't see all the informations. Suppose guys, suppose in this slide we have the three tab. Suppose I'm just creating the tab. So roughly, suppose we have the three tab and sorry, just align the object left and suppose we have the three tab, and if the user click on that first one tab, some information will be displayed here. If the user click on the tab 02, some information will be displayed here. This is information, all the important informations. We want user have to visit or user have to read all the informations which is in tab 1 and tab 2 and tab 3. Then we have to enable the next button. Got it? So then just firstly we have to change the naming, so that if guys, my suggestion, if you want to add any trigger on the articulate storyline, so before adding the any trigger on the articulate storylines, you have to set the name of object, so that you can find out, so that you can easily find out the object when you are using the trigger. So this is my tab 02, and this is my tab 03. Got it? And I want, if I'm clicking on the tab 01, some information will be shown here, and click on the tab 02, so I have to create the just layer. So I'm creating the layer for tab 01, layer 01, and I'm creating, if the user click on the tab 02, so I will display the informations which is on layer 2, and if the user click on the tab 03, I will display the layer information on the layer 3. Suppose I have some informations, I'm going to add the roughly. This is, suppose we have some informations on tab, if user click on the tab 01, and if the user click on the tab 02, I paste some information here. Tab 0, let's say this is the tab 02, and this is the user click on the tab 03, so informations will be displayed here. Now our requirement is that if the user click all the informations or all the tab, then we have to enable the next button. Let's see, let's run the output. Guys, you can see that here, you can see the next button enable here, because if you not prevent the next button, or if you can't, you have to disable the next button first. If you are not to disable the next button, the user can click on the next button and user can jump to the next slide, then he can skip the your important information on the slide. So first one, you have to disable the next button. So then we are enabling the next button if the user click, yeah, if the user have visited all the information. So let's do it. Firstly, we have to disable the next button. Guys, if you want to change if you want to change the state of any object, means disable to normal, normal to disable, or normal to hidden, so there is a one trigger in the articulate storyline, change the state. If you want to change the state of any object, so then you have to use this trigger. You can just select the trigger here and select the trigger action, change the state. If you want, which object do you want to change the state, you can simply select the object here, the next button, and he want the which state do you want to change, a normal, hidden, or disable. I want to disable. He want, कि hand do you want to change, he asking about when the user click करे, double click करे, right click करे. No, I want to change the state of the next button to disable when timeline is start. This slide, okay. Now you can see I'm going to step by step, so you can't have any confusion. You can see that next button is disabled here. Now we have to work on enable the next button. When we are enable the next button, if the user visit all the informations. Okay, so let's now if I'm clicking on the this tab 1, so then some information will be displayed here. If I'm clicking on the this one, some information will be displayed here. Same for the third one. So add the trigger. If you want to change, if you want to show any layer, so there is a one another trigger in Autocreate Storyline. So a layer, just going on the trigger action. What do you want? I want to show a layer. Select which layer do you want to show. I want to show the layer 1 here. See, which when do you want to show? A user click, double click, right click. I want to simple if the user click on the tab 01. So I simply select this event, a object. I select the tab 01. Okay, if the again I am repeat again, you can choose the action whatever do you want. You want to change the state, show the layer, then I want to show the layer. So he's asking about, okay, which layer do you want to show. I am just showing the layer 01. Then he can, then when do you want to show the user click, then I simply select the user click and the tab 01. And simply for the tab 2, same actions, tab 02 when the user click on the tab 02, and for the tab 02 for same influence for the tab 03. Just run it. You can see if I'm clicking on the tab 01, the information will be display right side. Click on the tab 02, click on the tab 03. Now look, you can see if I'm clicking on the tab 01, so tab 2 and tab 3 information will be automatically hide. And if I'm clicking the tab 3, tab 2 information will be automatically hide. If you want to see all the information in right side, so you have to change the properties. You can see the property. If you are click on the layer and click on the setting icon, you can change the properties. Here you can see this checkbox. It means hide other slide layers. It means if you are clicking on the layer tab 01, so so one layer, so he can show one layer at a time. If you click on the tab 2, so then he can hide tab 1 and tab 3. If you uncheck this layer, uncheck these options for every layers, so you can see all the information on the right side. Suppose here they go right, look. Now still the next button is disable. So now we are going to work on the next button, how we can enable it. Then guys, we have to add the state of each object. If we have the this slide we have only the 3 state, so we have to add the one state called visited. What is that mean? If the user click on the this tab, so we have just assigned the one state to visited. It means, and if you want to change the color of that tab, you can just simply click on the state, double click on the state and select, you can add the state here, and you can simply select the visited. If you want to change the color of the visited, and if the user click on that tab 01, if you want to change the something different color, if the user click on the tab, so we can show the different color. So you can just simply change the color on the visited state. That's it. Same for apply the second one. We can add the another state visited and change the color if you do want to change the color. This one. Same for the tab 3. That one. Good. Now I am going to add the one trigger for enable the next button. Again guys, I am already told you, if you are going to change the state of any object in Autocreate Storylines, so there is a one trigger for change the state of the any object. So that I am just again calling for same trigger action. What do you want? I want to change the state, so I am just select change state. Which state do you want to change? A next button, a normal. When do you want to change the state of tab 01, tab 01, tab 03, tab 03, if all the tab are visited. It means if the user click on the tab 1, so then object tab 01 state is converted into the visited. Same for tab 2. If the user click on the tab 2, then the state is converted into the visited. Same for tab 3. And I'm just matching all the state. If the tab 1, tab 2, tab 3 is visited, it means user already click all three tabs. So I'm just enable the next button. So I'm just okay and just run it. Guys, there is no any sequence for clicking on the tab. You can click any one tab. You can see still you can see the next button is disabled here. If you am clicking on the third one, still next button is disabled. If I'm clicking on the third one, so first one, next button is disabled. If I'm clicking on the third one, you can see next button is enabled. Now our requirement is completed. Means user have visited all the user read all the important informations. Now user can simply click on the next button and he can go the next or whatever the task you have to perform. So guys, this is the tutorial about how we can disable or enable the next button. So guys, if you are like my tutorial, so please bill thanks guys for watching the tutorial. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. If you have any questions, you can mention in the comment. Please subscribe my channel so you can see the latest video. I will create the next video on how to make customized seek bar in articulate storyline. Meanwhile guys, stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial.